Hello, hello. Welcome to Metaphysical Practices. I'm so sorry again about last week where, I had problems with the cameras and stuff. And this week, I swear it almost happened again. But Dr. Seuss had to get involved and help me really quickly reconvene and set everything up because as you can see, my office reno is still not done. I can't even say, I have no words, man. I don't know if this is Mercury retrograde. I don't know. I mean, shit keeps breaking. I'll tell you that. I mean, shit has just gone haywire. I've spilled out paint on the carpet. So that's lovely. I mean, that's great. And especially when the cat walks through it, because, then we have the tiny little paw prints everywhere. And that's just fantastic. I mean, I will say that my kids are requesting that I do my show at a different time. And I don't know how I feel about changing the time, but I wanted to see what you guys thought. If I went at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, is that a too late kind of time for you guys? Or I know those of you that are in Mountain Time and West Coast or Alaska or Hawaii, yes, I have a couple of people that listen from those places, if you can believe it. But I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't that it wouldn't be a drastic thing, that it wouldn't be too horrible. Just questions, just wanting to see. If anybody cares, but so I am thinking about switching it to 9 o'clock. I have some questions that people have been asking, and I'm trying to pull them up so that I have everything correct. Okay, so that was the first thing is if you guys would be okay if I switched it to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way I can actually be up for my kids to go to bed and say goodnight. Because right now I'm saying goodnight to them at 7:30 and they don't go to bed for another hour. So they're just messing them up. And I had to switch it to Tuesdays it's been a couple of years, I think, since I switched it to Tuesdays because of the after-school activities of said children. Yeah. Thing 1 and thing 2 really take up some time. I mean, really, they're entertaining. Jasmine, you take up time too, but it's a different kind of time, baby. So, some of the things that people have been asking about and wanting me to reiterate or answer some questions about is one of the things is about attraction. So I talked about this a few weeks ago, the law of attraction and how we're sort of attracting and we're doing things a little bit wrong. I'm guilty of it myself. I mean, 100%. I'm totally guilty of it. And I'm probably the one, oh my gosh, there is paint and stain all over my hands. Okay. Clearly, I'm doing primarily the renovations myself. Dr. Seuss is helping a lot. My mom is helping a lot. I am the worst painter ever, just to let you know. So, this is probably the best view. It gets sketchy right here. It gets real sketchy over there. I don't even want to talk about the next room. That's a whole. I'm not a good painter. My desk. I know some of you know this. One of my desks broke. So I have. I'm using I decided to recreate the desk and make a door into a desk. So I've been staining that. And then I thought it was too dark. So I put a whitewash stain over the top of it. And I've had to polyurethane it. I've documented it. I'm going to put it on TikTok or maybe on YouTube. I don't know. So then one of my kids was helping me and spilled water or liquid of some kind on the desk that wasn't broken. And I didn't know it, so I didn't clean it up properly. And now I have a bubble in the desk that isn't broken. So probably going to have to replace that top too. So, and many of you will know that this kind of shit is like driving me crazy. Like, I don't have a proper backdrop. I don't have proper lighting. It's like all just willy-nilly right now, and it is killing me. But it's all right. It's okay. We're going to be all right. That's what I keep telling myself, at least. So, back to this. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the like law of attraction, and we were talking about what we attract in. Now, what we are writing down in our journals, or what we're saying out loud that we're manifesting, I want this, I want this. Okay, that does help. It 100% does help here, people. However, what is our energy like? What do we feel? And hey, Suzanne, how are you? Also beautiful, Suzanne. What are we feeling? So it's your feelings. It's your feelings. It's your energy. That's like what you're attracting in. It's not necessarily what you're saying. It's not what you're journaling. It's not what you're writing down 500 times a day. It's not any of that. It's about what you are feeling. What is your energy? What is your intention? Your intention may be to get a new car. What you're feeling is, I have to have a new car. I have to have a new car. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? There's a huge difference in that. There's a huge difference in I have to. That's pushing. That's forcing. And I have, or, you know, I dream of, or, and we want to put it into words that we already possess. I have this wonderful new car. I have this wonderful thing. And you have to like let it go. And I don't know another way to put this, so I'm going to do it in a racy way, let's say. Yeah, let's call it racy, okay? So you have to be sort of submissive to this energy. You have to be submissive to those feelings, because what you are feeling is what you're going to attract, no matter what you say. Writing it down 500 times a day is probably going to help. It is probably going to help you to get in alignment with your feelings, get your like in alignment with what you truly want. But when you're pushing it and saying, you're writing down, I love that I have a new car, but in your heart you're going, I have to have a new car. I have to. This is getting ridiculous. This one won't start. This one won't blah, 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 whatever. You know, all those things. It's a struggle. It's pushing. It's forcing it. So we don't want to force it. We want it to feel like smooth, because that is the better way, right? I'm feeling like my only hope is someone inventing a remote with a mute button for my non-pregnancy. Oh, Suzanne, I feel your pain. Because this shit, I feel like it doesn't stop. Like, I lay down at night and I feel the same thing. I feel like it's just the constant chatter of telling me what I don't have, what I still need, what I haven't had time to do yet. I mean, here I am, another Tuesday night with The Office still not complete. And I truly expected this to take me 2 weeks. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I mean, really. So now I've got subconscious sitting with me all night going, I knew you weren't going to do it. When was it that you were ever able to stay on target with your timetable? Blah, 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 blah. Well, Okay, I have been able to do that. But that's when people called me bossy and bitchy and told me that I was ruining their lives. I'm not trying to ruin my life, so I'm trying to relax a little bit with this. But I get that. I get that, Suzanne. So what I've started to do is I've started to listen to some really great stuff on YouTube, like while I'm sleeping at night. It's frequencies. It's not subliminal messages. I'm not like digging that. I don't know what people are putting out there on YouTube with that. But I will tell you, there are some fantastic stuff. In fact, I'm getting a notification from one right now. It's Love Motives Meditation Music. Love Motives Meditation Music. Once you pull that up on YouTube, there will be a bunch of other stuff that will show up that's similar to it. It's frequencies. It's listening to sound frequencies that change the dynamic of your mind. And that is the only way that I have been able to shut down the constant chatter for just a little while so that I can sleep. And so that I can just not obsess over some of the stuff that I'm going through, some of the stuff that I'm dealing with. Like, I just came off my second round of steroids for the summer. And believe me, that is so much fun in the summer in Georgia to have like all this like hot sweat. Yeah, it's super fun. And it's doing wonderful things for the water, like weight gain in my face and my neck and a little bit in my hands because of the damn steroids. And it keeps me up at night. So that's fun. That's super fun. So, and it's long lasting. I'm like, oh, let's do this again and again. Anyway, so what we're doing here is we're aligning ourselves with the right vibration, with the right frequency, with the energy of what we want, not with what we don't want, what we're trying to, simmer down. So really, Suzanne, I definitely take a look at some of these frequencies. Take a look at some of these vibrational things that you can listen to on YouTube. It really has helped me. And it may not be your thing, but this might be something that would lead you to the right thing. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm going to say it again. Love Motives Meditation Music. I just got a notification on my screen. So kind of kismet. Love that. Love it. Okay, so next question that I had is that somebody was asking me about feng shui in my office because I am doing a lot of like specific feng shui stuff in my office. I drew up a chart like a few years ago, and it is absolutely 100% my go-to chart. I love it. I had it on my website for a really long time. And as you know, I have also been working on the damn hell website. But that's a story for another day. And this Mercury retrograde, I'm telling you, this one is really, I say this every time, that is kicking my ass. But turning over freaking paint and breaking my desks, it's just super shitty. So this Mercury retrograde isn't 100% kicking me in the, but it is like, it is making me understand the reason why I want to do things like feng shui, the reason why I do things like have, oh, my Ganesh is over there. Why I have Ganesh all over the place. The reason why I have those things is to combat the Mercury retrograde stuff. Now, feng shui to me is just, it's like, for me, it's like a mindset. For me, it's the energy flow. It's just having things set up where it feels good. It feels like lively. This one guy, I bought his book. I love him. I found him on YouTube. I love this guy. It's Feng Shui Modern by Cliff Tan. And this is a wonderful, wonderful book for beginners, for everybody, for people that have been doing this shit for a long time. This is a freaking fantastic book. Also, this guy rocks the Casbah on YouTube. He is hilarious. He does some awesome things. And if you send him in a picture and say, look, this is what I'm having a problem with, he will show you how to fix the chi in your home, in your office, in whatever. He's even done it for people that their bathroom is their entry. The entrance into their house is the bathroom. Yeah, that's real. So again, Feng Shui Modern by Cliff Tan. This is on Amazon. Please check him out on YouTube. He is fantastic. He will change your life with Feng Shui. And he does some really great stuff that is not, it's not crazy like stuff. You don't have to buy like crazy expensive shit. He tells you just like how to make changes and how to fix things in your life. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And this is so perfect because the entrance to my office, is like right there. And I've got a window right here. So I literally mapped out my office based on this fun little sheet. So in the entrances, like obviously career, but in this corner of knowledge and self-cultivation, that's where my bookcases are. Yeah. Helpful people and travel, I have a seating area right there. Oh yeah, that's right. Then I have health and family, which goes right here. Wealth and prosperity. I got a whole plan for this little area. One of my altars. Yeah. Then we have fame and reputation, which is where the window is. Love and marriage. Dr. Seuss is going to love that. Children and creativity, which is where my setup is for for me to take pictures of like my products. So I have a whole little thing set up over there where I'll be taking pictures of my products, and it has a wrapping station so that I can package things to ship out. Before, like I had the stuff for packaging was like over there, or it was in my house and not in my office. And it was just a mess. It was just a total mess. This is really, really helping me to get things together. It's helping me to find like the places where I need my trash can, where I want my bookcases. This is good stuff. So last time, this is awesome. Feng Shui Modern by Cliff Tan. Please check him out on YouTube. You won't regret it. Okay. Okay, so I covered the frequency, the listening to the frequency stuff. Oh, Suzanne, you're so sweet. No, don't worry about it. It's just, it's just, prednisone. Oh, so much fun. So what? Oh, yes. Okay. Last question. All right. So last question. This is a good question. Love this one. I have to go to the phone for this. So got a question about comments on your chart. Okay. So, there's a lot of people that I listen to astrologer wise on YouTube, on TikTok. I'm just really curious, like what people's takes are on this stuff. Okay. Because the lady that really, really got me into astrology, honestly, kicking and screaming, the lady that really got me into it doesn't have a YouTube channel. And I wish she did. I wish she taught classes on it, but that's okay. The thing is, a lot of astrology is like, we can look at somebody's chart and we can go, okay, there's some things that may be affecting you in this respect or in this respect. And it's not just opinion. All right. There is a lot of science to this. I know people are gonna like question me on that, but hey, it's okay. I'm a biologist, so I'm throwing it out there. But there is a lot of truth to it. If if North or South Node is in your sign, or like what's going on, it's going to affect you differently if it's in like your moon sign versus your rising sign, or even your sun sign. That being said, if you are listening to somebody and you're like, I'm just not getting that, like I'm not getting that. Like, for example, the person that asked me about this is a Taurus, and she's like, I'm not getting this. This isn't like hitting home with me. This guy is saying that this is going to affect Taurus people, or it's going to affect like people that are Aquarius or whatever. And I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I have a sun or a rising sign or whatever like that. And I want to tell you, I have everything pulled up. Give me 30 seconds because I have too many windows open. What a shocker. Anybody shocked out there? No. All right, so I've got this pulled up. La 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 la. That's the music that we're playing, in our heads, just in case. Okay, I can't find this. So there we go. Okay. So this particular person was like, this doesn't seem to affect me because it says about Taurus. All right. This does make sense. She's saying she doesn't feel like it affects her because she does have a lot of planets in retrograde. So for example, she has like every planet in retrograde. She has every planet in retrograde but Venus, Mercury. That's it. I mean, she has every planet in retrograde except for Venus and Mercury. Of course, the moon is never retrograde and the sun isn't. So that's kind of a crack up. But she was saying also that Mercury retrograde doesn't seem to affect her as much. Well, yeah, probably not, because she understands and feels what the retrograde energy feels like. She understands that because everything is retrograde with her. So probably having planets that are direct feels a little off to her. I can say that for sure because one of my sons was born during Mercury retrograde. He has had problems with speech. He's had, he gets like his letters and numbers backwards. And I expected that. Because that is part of communication. That's Mercury retrograde. So I totally get that. And so it was something I expected. And when his teachers are like, we need to like help him out a little bit with this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in. Like, I'm not fighting them on it because I know he is a very, very intelligent child. If I read it to him or if I say it to him, he does all of the, he can answer the questions. He does the addition in his head. He is doing 4th grade math and he's in 2nd grade. It's right on with him, but he just needs a little extra. He just needs a little extra time to like read through it, go back through it again, and make sure that he hasn't gotten anything like twisted in his head. It's that Mercury retrograde thing. So she is telling me that she is also dyslexic. Haha. But seriously, all of her planets are retrograde except for Venus, Mercury, and the sun and moon. And funnily enough, she has a lot of planets she has 2 planets in Chiron in Taurus, 3 planets in Libra, which is also ruled by Venus. So there's a lot of Venus energy in her chart. And I think that I think that when you're looking at your chart and you're going, I'm not feeling what other people are feeling. I'm not feeling what this astrologer says. Okay, first of all, what that astrologer is saying is an opinion. It is. I have an opinion, you have an opinion, but it is just that. It's our individual opinions. It is our individual opinions. It's just like when I do a reading for you, for, I don't know, Sacagawea. I just saw that on a coin today. I'm so sorry. My son was asking me about it. Never mind. Doing a reading for my husband, my in-laws, whoever. The thing is, it is my opinion based on what I am seeing or what I am hearing. Is it 100% right? No, it's not. It's not. This is why I give my clients percentages. Whether they want to hear that it's a percent or not, that's on them. But I tell my clients percentages all the time. I even tell my friends when I do readings for them, I'm like, well, there's really only like a 29% chance that that's going to happen. Does that mean that there's a 0% chance? No, it doesn't. That is what I am seeing right now. Tomorrow could be different because people change their minds very quickly. It is it's different all the time. It truly is. So what I am saying, especially when it's a generalized reading and it's about astrology, or when I'm doing readings for like all signs, it is my opinion. It's what I'm seeing. It's my interpretation of the cards, of the planets, of whatever. It is certainly not engraved in stone. And if it doesn't resonate with you, walk away. Check them out again next month. Check them out again tomorrow, next week. It may resonate with you then, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's for you. I listen to people all the time, and a lot of the times I'm listening to people is because I'm interested in the cards that they have, because I'm like curious, nosy. I'm like, what you got, you know? Or I really am interested in their take on something that I know is coming up astrologically. And a lot of people differ from me. Even some of the classes that I've taken, and I've taken a lot of classes on like astrology. I've taken a shit ton of classes on numerology, and still not everybody agrees with me. And I've been studying numerology since 2002. So it's been a minute, you know. But the thing is, the astrology, I've just been studying since 2017. I am still very, very new with this. I look it up, but I honestly will sit back and go, this is really what I feel about this. This is really what I see. It's the same when I'm looking at it for my clients. And I'll ask, does this resonate with you? Sometimes it does not. And people will be like, that's not exactly how I'm feeling. Okay, tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what, because maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Because I have two clients that are not at all their sun signs. One client of mine has a stellium in Capricorn, 100%. I mean, she has so many damn planets in Capricorn. She literally has a moon that's not in Capricorn. Her sun isn't in Capricorn. Her ascendant isn't in Capricorn. But pretty much everything else in her chart is in freaking Capricorn. She is the most Capricorn Aquarius I've ever met in my life, ever. And I have Capricorn ascendant. One of my dads is a Capricorn. This woman out Capricorns him. But when you just look at her sun, moon, and rising, you don't see any of that. You don't see any of that Capricornness. You don't. So when she starts going, I'm not really feeling that. I'm not like, because she'll tell me, she's like, I saw somebody else and they just went off my sun, moon, and rising. And I kept trying to tell them I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart. And boy, does she ever. I mean, seriously. And I'm like, no, you can't I don't even think you need to listen to readings for Aquarius or for your moon sign or your ascendant. I think you just need to stick to Capricorn. I mean, you can listen to the other ones, but I think you're really going to resonate more with the Capricorn. And she does. She does. So, like, this particular person, I think because she has a good bit in Libra, to be honest with you. She is as much in Libra than she does anything else. And I know for a fact, because I know this person very well, the moon in Cancer suits her to a T, 100%. With her, I would almost, because that's where North Node is, her North Node is next to her moon, which is in Cancer. I would stick to, Libra and Cancer. Now, when we look at her top three, which is obviously moon in Cancer, sun in Taurus, and then she has an air sign as an ascendant, it doesn't sound like you would just stick to that Cancer. But looking at her chart, yeah, I would strictly just be like, let me listen to what they have to say for Cancer. Let me look at what they have to say for Cancer. And again, that's just one woman's opinion. Yes, oh my gosh. And Jen, Chiron, I don't want to forget about that. Chiron is an asteroid, and it adds a lot of flavor. It's like pepper on your food. It adds the flavor, but it's not the main ingredient. It is something really important, though. I definitely feel like that. I just don't, I don't latch onto it as a planet. You know what I mean? But it does add flavor to the concoction. But that's why I think you're just so ruled by Venus. That's why I think the ruling of Venus is so important here, just because of the placements of everything else. But what I truly am loving is, wow, yeah, I think that it's, for this chart, I would 100% say Cancer, Moon, and North Node are the biggest players here. Just one woman's opinion. Again, just one woman's opinion. But again, opinions. And that's something that I want you to, like, when you go to readers, whether it's me or someone else, listen to what they're saying. Because I do tell people percentages. And I'll be like, this is not engraved in stone. This is what I see happening right now, unless you do something to change it, unless you do something to make it different. It's just like with this office. You know, I stepping back for a minute and just being like, you know what? I just got to relax and let it go. I mean, this is what I can do tonight. This is what I can do, like, on these days. I'm just trying to make things happen in a good way. And it's okay. I mean, you guys don't seem to be bitching too much about the background. Although I love the color. Like, I'm so happy that it's not that damn blue anymore. So happy. I just love the color. Yeah. Okay, where am I at? Did I miss anything else? I'll have to experiment and start watching Cancer stuff too. Absolutely. I think that this is why I say on my shows, this is for your sun, moon, or rising. Please watch for your sun, moon, or rising. And there's a lot of other readers on YouTube that do that as well. Look at your sun, moon, or rising sign. Could be helpful. All right, so let's talk about, there's some interesting things going on with religion, and I feel like this has been coming up over and over again with my clients. So you guys know I took a little break from my YouTube channel, except for my live shows. I've pretty much, I just had to take a break for a minute. There was just a lot of heavy stuff going on. I was getting really burned out because I didn't have like the best schedule. And working with people who have done this kind of work, like YouTube work for a long time, and social media work for a long time, and they've helped me streamline my channel. They've helped me like work on what I want to do, you know, versus what I feel like I have to do. That kind of thing has been a real eye opener. So, in that respect, I have just really spent a lot of time working with my clients all summer. And hey, Amber Melanie, how are you? I've just, that's been like top priority for me. And I've been listening to people and what's been going on with a lot of people have been struggling with their faith in different ways. They've been struggling with their faith because they feel like they're not getting prayers answered. But that, again, is we have to align our energy and our frequency with what it is that we truly want, not what we're living in now. If you're living in turmoil right now and you're asking for peace, it's really, really hard to find peace when you're living in turmoil. You have to go, okay, I want peace. How do I find peace and align myself with that peaceful moment? Because if you can find one peaceful moment and align yourself with that energy, you will attract more peace. Do you understand that? And I know this is like the third time I've talked about it in 40 minutes, but you will align yourself with that if you can find it. If you're looking for a new car and you go and you test drive cars, or you borrow a car from somebody for a while or something, and you're just like, yeah, this is what I want. And you know what it feels like. You can align yourself with that energy. You can align yourself with that energy and attract it in. That's like important. That's what we're looking for here. It's a bit the same with faith, and people's religious practices are very personal to them, and it's very personal, and it's really important. I mean, I would say that religion plays a big role in our lives, even if we're not uber religious. And I am not. I personally believe in every religion. I believe in every religious branch of Christianity. And by the way, Christianity, I don't feel like is a religion. And I did hear that from a speaker. I think that I don't know how to say this. It's not like, you know, Baptist or Episcopalian or Catholicism. All of those are different parts of Christianity. And I don't feel like any of them are right, and I don't feel like any of them are wrong. I feel like all of them have some things right, and I feel like all of them have like made some mistakes. Again, one woman's opinion. I really do like Buddhism. I really like a lot of aspects of that particular faith. There's a lot of different things that there's a lot of different people that I read for that have different kinds of faith. And I just believe in all of them, and I love all of them. And I love what they bring to the table. And I love how people are, I love how I can see it making them open-minded. I even read for people that are ministers or pastors, or however you want to put it, in their different faith. But I am stunned at how some of the Christian churches are sending people away feeling empty with their faith. And I'm stunned at the stuff that people send me. People send me videos all the time. I get videos from Instagram, from TikTok, from YouTube. But the ones that I've been getting lately are very disturbing about like religions and how, like, my grandfather was a Baptist minister. We had a lot of disagreements. I'll just venture to say I probably wasn't his favorite. But the thing is, he was not a he wasn't somebody that would wear Gucci loafers like at any time in his life. He wasn't somebody that was like like spendy or anything like that. But I keep getting clients that are very upset with their ministers because they don't feel like they are there for them in a spiritual sense. They don't feel like they're there for them, helping them out with their spiritual practice, with their spiritual lives, with their connection to their creator. They don't feel that way at all. What they feel is empty. And it's because they're sending me videos of their religious leaders dressed all in Gucci, dressed all in Chanel. And I don't really give a shit. I mean, if that's what you want to wear, gun it up, man. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell a Chanel from a, like, I know Chanel is like the C's or something, but like people send me logos and I'm like, oh, that's pretty. I don't know it. I have a Gucci purse, but that Gucci purse I've had since the 90s, and I am not kidding. There's things that just aren't important to me. Currently, everything I'm wearing is from Sam's Club, mostly because I'm a lazy shopper and it just irritates the shit out of me to go shopping. But I'm not mad at people that want to wear like Louboutin shoes or Gucci or whatever. I'm not mad at that. But when you're doing that at the sacrifice of people that are coming to you for spiritual guidance, I think that's triggering. And so one of my clients literally said to me, she was like, if they were just saying your names, like what you do side by side, Jennifer, medium, psychic, astrologer, numerology, whatever, all of that next to somebody who's a PhD and a minister, how people would automatically think that I'm the worst one. This is what she was telling me. She was like, people would think that you are the non-believer. People would think that you were the negative impact, the negative force. And she said, but I get more from you than I do from someone who I called my minister for a long time. And I think that's sad. And so I do have a lot of clients that are just like, they don't feel like they feel like they're no longer following God anymore, or they're no longer following their religious practice because of their religious leaders are not there for them. This, I feel like, is a challenge, but it's something, again, you can do on your own, and you can find people that are like-minded. You can find those people. It's not easy. It's not. But you can find that faith, and you can find it within yourself. You don't have to have those people. For me, it's a guidance system. I feel like they're there to guide us. But when I'm looking for guidance, I turn to some different, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to a minister per se, but there's a lot of people that I turn to for guidance. And some of them would really surprise you. Like, I turn to some of my friends, one of my friends who's a Wiccan, and I turn to her and I'm like, feeling kind of weird. Let me tell you what's going on with me. And it's how she processes things. And it's how she works in her faith. And she's like, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. I don't know if this helps you. It gave me a different frame of reference. It gave me a different perspective. Some people, I do talk to ministers. I do, because I have ministers as clients. But I talk to them and it is helpful. But I talk to a lot of people when I am looking for guidance. And I feel, maybe sometimes I feel like I can't trust myself. I don't know if you guys ever feel like that. But this is precisely why I don't read for myself, because I don't trust myself to sway the reading a little bit, just going, let's see, is this gonna be a good day? And then I pull the card and go, oh my gosh, how funny. The Two of Pentacles is a balance between spiritual and the physical and the material. Well, that was like an easier one to interpret. But some of the ones that you can interpret are a little bit wishy-washy, feeling overwhelmed. Well, yeah, I do feel overwhelmed. But, especially with just all this shit. What is going on out there? There is like some crazy noise coming in. But the great thing is that this is why I don't read for myself, and I just turn to other people. What I do is exactly what I tell my clients. These are opinions. Everybody has their opinion. It may not apply to you, but it may help you just to see things in a different perspective. It is not something that you have to adhere to and say, oh, well, so-and-so said this, so that's definitely it. Not necessarily. It's an opinion. It's an opinion, and we all have one, but it does not have to. Maybe only part of that rings true with you. Maybe only part of that helps you. And that is something else that I think that we should look at with these religious figures. Because again, I'm getting sent like crazy shit of what happens in churches these days. Apparently, every church has merchandise. They have a merch store at the front of the church. I'm like, is this, they don't have a narthex anymore? It's just like, I don't know. I haven't set foot in a physical church in a long time. Yeah. Actually, since my grandfather's funeral, I think. I'm just, not a fan. I know. But so I wanted to talk about religion. I wanted to see like how you guys felt. I wanted to just tell you that I feel like a lot of people are out there trying to find what works best for them. And I am not saying that you take a practice, you take a faith-based practice or a religious practice or whatever, and you cater it towards yourself, because that's really not the way. Because everything has been around for a while. There's really not like a new one. So, even like the Buddhist practice, it's been around for a minute. We're not going to really change it a lot. You see what I'm saying? But you can have faith without having to, I don't know how to say this. Like, you can have faith without completely just saying, oh, I'm going to have like a complete and mental like change or like makeup or whatever. You don't have to become a zealot to have faith. Everything in moderation and everything in balance, because we live here in the physical and we're all flawed, all of us. So having that balance it's okay. It's okay. But I feel like having all these different faith-based religions and Christianity is trying to cater to each individual's each individual's like personality, and that's just not happening. It's not. It's hard to like say, oh well, Methodist is better than Baptist or better than Episcopalian or whatever. They're all so similar. everything is just tweaked a little bit. It's like a college or, something that you're studying in school. You just find what works for you and like stick to it. I know, but the religions themselves, the faith themselves, is not going to change to cater to your specific proclivities. I mean, yeah, but it's challenging, and I don't know why. I don't know why so many people get like married to like their religion, like it's the only one out there, and it's so not. It's so not. Now, do I think like some of these ministers that are in it just for the money, do I think that's okay? Absolutely not. I think your job as any sort of leader is to help the people that you are trying to lead, whether you're a politician or a religious leader, like a principal of a school or a professor at a college, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just if you're in a leadership position, you're there to help. You're not there to lead to temptation. Yeah. So, all right. I've run the gamut tonight. Kind of weird, but I had a lot. I mean, like I had a lot of people asking me different questions. Also, yes, I did. And I think I took a picture, but if I took a picture, I only took one picture. When I was painting the walls in my office, I wrote words and symbols on the walls with the paint before I painted them over, before I painted them, because I wanted to set the energy and the vibration of the room before I went any further. Also, like I like sigils. So one of my friends that I used to work with, Valerie, like taught this whole sigil class. I loved her sigils. She just had some amazing shit come out of her. It was awesome. But so I drew some sigils on the wall. I put some words around it. I put like symbols and stuff around just to bring in like that. And I did it specific to each corner. So like this corner over here, I think this was the one that I put like success and happiness and money, because this is the wealth and prosperity corner. But I put happiness with every corner in here, just to let you know. So very, very exciting. I did that with the, that was another question that I almost forgot to address, but I'm like flicking through my emails right now and like just double checking that I did not miss anything. Because the new email address is, yeah, I know it's hard for everybody to switch to, but so we've got some really good stuff going out there, some good stuff happening. I hope to have my website up and running. I've been working on it, but y'all, this is not my gift. I mean, a website, it's not my gift. Really, painting is not my gift. And if you can see the big white splotch on the floor from where I spilled the paint, or the little kitty paw prints that I had to clean up from mouse, like traipsing through the paint and then just like walking all over, I was like, Mercury's not in retrograde at all in this house. So it's good times. It's good. But I've like documented everything, so that'll be fun to share with all of you. One more time for everyone that has just joined, is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time going to be better going forward for metaphysical practices? And if you have something that you want to say to me about that, you can email me at this email address. I am sincerely hoping that in the next couple of weeks, my website is back up and running. that my products are posted on the website. What? And that things are going to be moving in a better direction. And as soon as the heat is like back down in Georgia, I will be able to have candles on the website again. I had some awesome stuff, you guys. I like found these really cool angels. Oh my gosh, isn't that awesome? I mean, oh, they're so pretty. So yeah, I've got those coming up. And then you know how I love my symbology. Oh, isn't she pretty? Isn't she pretty? Yeah, very excited about that. So I got these in brown and in white. Dude, I feel like I had other stuff, but of course it's probably not like right here where I can show it to you, because why would it be? Oh, yes, I know. But Jasmine ate Mouse's food again. You know what that means? When the dog eats the cat food, it means that I'm going to have to smell her stinky ass all night with the pollution of her eating cat food. It's just, so horrible. Okay, I know. I had other things that I wanted to show you guys, but it's all right. It'll wait until we get that website like back up and running. But really, it is going to be a lot easier to deal with this website because you won't have to go through PayPal. You can use PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or you can use a card on this new website. So excited. I know. All right. So does anybody have any questions while I'm looking around trying to find the other shit that I was going to show you? Clearly, no, I don't have anything to show you, but I think that just my kids are really just wanting me to be around at bedtime. And on Tuesday nights, my husband, Dr. Seuss, tries to keep them up until I'm done here and go back up to the house. But if I start at 9 o'clock, I can tell them goodnight and come down here. So 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll announce the time change on everything. I think that we'll just start that like fresh in September. And that way I can tell you guys for the next couple of weeks, like, you know, remember, I'm switching to a different time. Let's see. Let's just double check the, 2 weeks. I got one more week and then it'll be, well, I'm not going to do the first week of September because that's Labor Day. And like, I don't know how many people aren't going to be on vacation or whatever. So we'll see. But I'll remind you guys next week that I am moving to 9 p.m. if that seems to work with everybody, starting in September. This is going to be fantastic. Oh my gosh. Dr. Seuss's birthday is this week. A lot of Virgos in my family. I mean, we got 3 Virgos and a Taurus just in this house. My mom, one of my brothers is a Virgo. One of my dads is a Capricorn. Yeah, a lot of Earth. It's a little insane. So again, when you're looking at your astrology, it's a guideline. It's an opinion. So if people are talking on TikTok or they're talking on YouTube and it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It's okay. That's why I always say that in my videos too. It's okay if my reading doesn't resonate with you. It's okay. It's not a requirement. This is just the opinion of this particular day or week or whatever. So check out, always look at your sun, moon, and rising. Take a look at your astrology chart and see if you have a stellium there. If you have something that you really need to focus on, if there's something that seems more like you. The lady that I used as the example definitely she should be listening to Cancer Moon. That might be something that would, be helpful for her going forward. And really, I mean, I would say, yes, listening to her Taurus sun, but the Cancer Moon is probably going to be the zippity doo-dah moment. Yeah. So, because I think that would be good. I was looking at Midhaven and stuff. Sorry. All right. So that has to do with that. So, but it's like a lot of opinions here. Okay. It's a lot of interpretation. All right. I am determined to be done with this office by September. Honestly, I was hoping to be done with it by this week, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, look at me. I'm covered in paint and stain. It's everywhere. But I was hoping to be done by my birthday. I was hoping to be done last week. I was hoping to be done by August. None of this it's just not happening. So right now I'm shooting for September. I'm shooting for my birthday. Like, let's be done by then. Because I've been neglecting everyone. I've been neglecting my friends horribly for the sake of this office. They're probably going to divorce me. I'm hoping not, but yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you. The first half of this show was just answering your questions. So just the recap about feng shui. This guy is really fabulous. He is on YouTube, Feng Shui Modern by Cliff Tan. He's amazing. He's a rock star. He's hilarious. So check him out on YouTube before you choose to buy the book, or take the book for a test drive on Amazon to see if this is something that you want. I like it, and I have a shit ton of feng shui books, and I really like this one. But I really like the dude. He's great. Lots of great stuff. Changing times starting in September. I like how I just asked you guys if that would be okay, and then I'm just like, we're gonna do it. So yeah, starting in September, I'm moving to 9 p.m. And that'll give me an excuse to have coffee late in the day. I do love coffee, y'all. I love coffee. So okay, Jen is in the chat on one of the Facebooks, so she says she can't wait to see the finished setup, but I'm so sorry. She says she's not going to divorce me. I appreciate that. I've known her for a long time, so I feel good about the fact that I have been ignoring everyone. And no one's going to divorce me as a friend yet. So I appreciate that. It's awesome. But I am even in these crappy lights, because I don't have the full lighting up yet, I love the color. Yes, Jen, it has. It's been about 20 years. Holy shit. But I'm very excited about the color. I know, it's just terribly awesome. So thank you guys for putting up with the non-backdrop again this week. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, you guys. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye. Thank you for being here tonight. Bye.